Hello everyone, I am Ms. Megha Karwal, Department of Civil Engineering from Praveen Patel College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhind. In this lecture, we are going to start the remaining part of Chapter 2, Tilting of Rails. Due to coning of wheels, pressure on the outer rail is more or less on inner rail and result in wear, and due to the centrifugal force, the horizontal component tends to turn the rails out and cage winding. As the wheels are coned, the rails are provided with an inward slope of 1 in 20 to reduce the wear and tear and lateral stresses. This phenomena is called as a tilting of rail. Tilting of rail is achieved by providing a cut in the wooden slipper called as a adsign, and canted bearing plates can also be used in wooden slipper to provide tilting of rail. Steel and CI slippers have inbuilt slope on the bearing surface to provide tilting of rail. Points and crossing. The arrangement by which different routes, either the parallel to diverging from the first track, are connected facilitate the diversion of trains from one track to another track without any obstruction are known as points and crossing. Purpose of points and crossing: to divert the main line from the one track to another, to divert the train from one track to another parallel track. This is a image of or cross section of crossing and points. So stretcher bar. The stretchers are switches are rigidly connected near the behind the 2 by 2 or 3 bars are called as a stretcher bar. So here you can see the stretcher bar. Next is angle of crossing. The angle made by a running faces of points, rails, and splice rail at a crossing is called as angle of crossing. This is your angle of crossing. Check rails. The rails check the tendency of wheels to climb over crossing are the check rails. This is your check rails. Wing rail. The bent up length of rail used in front of the nose of crossing, which helps in a channelizing trains well in proper route, is known as a wing rail. This is your wing rail. Stock rail. It is a fixed rail in a railway track at which the trunk rail is fitted. Stock rails. Switch angle. It is the angle formed between the gauge faces of the stock rail and the tongue rail. This is the switches. Tongue rail. This is a tapered rail. This is a nose of crossing. It is a point at which the rail splices rail or 2 points as rail is met, called as a nose of crossing. Lead rail. They are the rail which lead the track from heel of the tongue rail to the toe of crossing, called as lead rail. And heel block. It is a CI block to which tongue rails and lead rails are both bolted. So this is your lead rail, and this is your heel of block. Next is crossover. A pair of single crossovers on one right hand and one left hand that are arranged sequentially along the tracks is called as a crossover. Diamond crossing. When the straight track or curved tracks of the same of different gauges cross each other at an angle less than 90 degree, a diamond shape is formed. So this crossing is called as a diamond crossing. Caesar crossover. This arrangement is provided for transferring vehicles from one track to another track and vice versa. It consists of 4 pairs of points and 6 acute angle of crossing. The arrangement is useful where the enough space for the separate the crossover is not available. Initial cost is high and requires careful maintenance. Triangle. The triangle is required for changing the direction of engine. It consists of 2 simple turnouts and 1 symmetrical split. The concept of change of direction of the engine was more irrelevant in these cases of steam locomotive and not applicable to electric and diesel locomotives, which can be operated conveniently from both sides with the facing out of the steam locomotive or Indian Railway. The triangle is mostly redundant. To change the direction of engine is standing at a P direction. It is then at first taken to R, then to Q, and then back to P. By following these movements, the direction of engines gets changed. Station and yard. The selected places on the railway tracks where the trains are stopped for exchange of passenger, goods, and control the train movement, etc., are known as the stations. So we observe daily in our life that the trains running on a railway track are stopped at a selected places for exchange of passenger and goods, taking of fuels for engines, or changing of running staff for starting the wagons of control of trains movement, etc. Such a place is known as a railway station and are generally selected location where the reasonable volume of passenger and goods is accepted to be exchanged. On either side of railway station, some space is restricted where a number of railway tracks are laid, which are connected to the main track by means of crossovers and turnouts. This system of the track, known as a station yard, is laid within the prescribed limits for various purposes such as sorting, storing, and dispatching the vehicles and making up trains. Factors affecting site selection of the railway station should be close to the town or villages to be served, should have good approach roads connecting the nearby towns or villages, should provide a good drainage facilities. Requirements of the railway station. First is public requirement. So, in a public requirements, the following facilities are required: a booking office for issuing the tickets to the passenger, arrangement for the booking of goods, passenger and goods platforms with and without shades, name boards, waiting rooms, a retiring room, proper arrangement for drinking water, bathroom, sanitary, suitable lighting arrangement during the nights, an inquiry office, provision of big boards for schedule of trains, microphones to announce the arrival and departure trains, other facilities like a public telephone, refreshment stall, telegraph office, etc. Next is traffic staff and police requirement. In that requirements, we required staff rooms, retiring room or restrooms, residential quarters for staff such as station masters, ticket collection, night operator, engine drivers, etc., and police also. Train requirements. The station should provide the following facilities for control the movements and handling the train. First is arrangement for controlling and movement of trains by means of the signal. Sufficient numbers of siding for receiving, sorting, storing, and dispatching the trains. Sufficient number of platforms for handling passenger and good trains. Arrangement for control and record the train movements. Next is requirement of locomotive. The railway station should provide the following facilities for locomotive. So first is proper arrangement for supply of fuel and water to locomotives such as coal lifting cranes, water columns, etc. Next is arrangement for cleaning, examining, inspecting and maintaining the locomotive such as ash pits, inspection pits, hydraulic jacks, etc. Requirements of developments of railway. The station should provide the following facilities for proper development of railways. First is easy and comfortable approach roads connecting the nearby towns or village to the station without causing congestion. The available Availability of coolies on station platform. Clocks to show correct time, guide map of this city. Separate depots for arrival and departure of trains with the platform number. Facility like escalators, restaurants, big waiting halls, cinema halls, etc. Thank you.